Did you know there's a giant industrial complex in Pennsylvania that single-handedly built America, but now stands completely abandoned? That's just one of the incredible places we're exploring today. From a $300 million mansion left to rot, to a concrete town that defied destruction, these 7 unbelievable abandoned spots in Keystone State reveal a hidden side of history that most people never see. And trust me, the final spot will leave you speechless. So stick around, hit subscribe for more amazing Pennsylvania videos, and let's get started. Number 7. Sleighton Farm School. Alright, let's kick things off with Sleighton Farm School, a place that's as mysterious as it is haunting. This reform school was established way back in 1826 to help troubled youth find a better path in life. For over 150 years, it operated as a place of discipline, education, and hope. But that hope faded when the school shut its doors for good in the 2000s. Today, Sleighton Farm School stands abandoned, its once busy halls now overtaken by nature. Picture this: crumbling classrooms, colorful graffiti patterns, and a rusted playground where laughter has been replaced by eerie silence. It's the kind of place that gives you chills even on the sunniest day. And if that's not enough to send shivers down your spine, some locals believe the grounds hold a darker energy. Stories of unexplained noises and strange sightings have been whispered by those brave enough to explore its ruins. In its prime, Sleighton Farm School was a beacon of structure and second chances. Today, it's a stark reminder of how time can erase even the best intentions. But that's just the beginning. Our next stop is also a school whose abrupt closure left behind more than just empty classrooms. Don't turn away. You'll want to see this. Number 6. George Pepper Middle School. At number 6, we have George Wharton Pepper Middle School. For 39 years, this building echoed with the sounds of students learning, laughing, dreaming, but now stands as a hollow reminder of its former self. This Philadelphia school opened its doors during a time of growth, but was forced to close in 2013 due to declining enrollment. Today, the school is an eerie, vandalized shell of what it used to be. Picture graffiti-covered walls, shattered glass, and forgotten classrooms filled with desks that haven't been touched in years. It's like stepping into a scene straight out of an apocalyptic movie. But what makes it even more unsettling are the stories whispered by those who visited. Some talk about strange noises echoing through the darkened halls, footsteps in empty corridors, the distant sound of a slamming door. Could it be the wind? Or perhaps something, or someone, lingering from the school's past? For locals, George Pepper School stands as a reminder of the challenges faced by urban communities. Shifts in population and resources have left it behind. Yet, it's far from forgotten. Its crumbling walls now draw urban explorers who are both intrigued and unnerved by its eerie atmosphere. But abandoned schools aren't the only places on our list. Up next, we're heading to a neighborhood where entire homes were left to crumble, raising more questions than answers. Let's take a look. Number 5. Lincoln Way Abandoned Homes. Welcome to Lincoln Way, one of Pennsylvania's most haunting mysteries. In the 1960s, this was a thriving community of over 200 homes. Today, it's America's strangest ghost town. And speaking of ghost towns, did you know Pennsylvania has many more hidden gems like this? We've covered them in our dedicated videos on hidden ghost towns in Pennsylvania. Be sure to check them out after this video. The link is in the description. But for now, let's get back to Lincoln Way. Built in the mid-1900s, these homes once housed families and echoed with daily life. But today, they're completely deserted, earning the area the nickname Ghost Town. Rows of empty houses stand in silence, their windows shattered, and their walls crumbling. Nature has started to take over, with vines creeping through doorways and weeds overtaking the streets. It's as if the neighborhood simply vanished overnight. But what makes this place even more unsettling is the mystery surrounding its abandonment. Some say it was due to real estate disputes, while others believe environmental issues played a role. To this day, the exact reasons remain unclear, fueling rumors and urban legends. Despite its eerie state, the Lincoln Way homes still draw attention from curious onlookers and urban explorers. But a word of caution: trespassing here is illegal, and the unstable structures make it dangerous to explore. But what could be more haunting than a forgotten neighborhood? Let's move on to a place where concrete was the future, and failure came quickly. Number 4. Concrete City. At first glance, it looks like an ancient civilization's ruins, but Concrete City is something far more fascinating. America's failed experiment in worker paradise. Built in 1911, this was an experimental housing project designed for coal workers. All concrete construction was considered futuristic at the time, setting it apart from traditional homes. But this bold experiment didn't last long. High maintenance costs and ongoing sewage issues made the community unsustainable, and by the 1920s, the homes were abandoned. Today, the site remains remarkably intact, despite being left to the elements for over a century. The hollow, graffiti-covered structures stand like silent sentinels, surrounded by overgrown vegetation. It's a favorite spot for photographers and urban explorers who are drawn to its unique design and haunting atmosphere. One fascinating fact about Concrete City is that the buildings have proven to be incredibly durable. Even after decades of neglect, they've resisted collapse, a testament to the strength of their construction. If you plan to visit, safety should be your top priority. The site is fascinating, but the overgrown terrain and deteriorating structures can be hazardous. Next, we're moving to a place that started as a sanctuary for healing, but ended as a prison with a chilling history. Number 3. Cresson Sanatorium and Prison. Originally built as a tuberculosis sanatorium, it was designed to be a sanctuary for healing and recovery. But when medical advancements reduced the need for such facilities, it was later converted into a prison. The transformation from a place of care to a site of punishment gives this location a chilling aura. It operated as a prison for decades before permanently closing its doors in 2013. Today, the site is a decaying mix of medical wards and prison cells, with remnants of its dual history scattered throughout. Urban explorers have reported finding rusted medical tools, old patient files, and even personal belongings left behind by prisoners. Each discovery adds to the eerie atmosphere. But what truly sets Cresson apart are the stories of ghostly apparitions. Some visitors claim to have seen shadowy figures roaming the halls, while others report hearing faint voices or unexplained noises. Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, there's no denying the unsettling vibe of this place. Up next, we're heading to an industrial giant that now stands as a decaying relic of Pennsylvania's steel legacy. But before the transition, I hope you're enjoying this video, so why not show us some support by hitting the like button? It really means a lot. Number 2. Carrie Furnace. Standing like an iron giant on the banks of the Monongahela River, Carrie Furnace is the last surviving witness to Pittsburgh's reign as the steel capital of the world. But this isn't just another abandoned factory. This is where America's industrial might was born. From 1907 to 1978, these massive blast furnaces transformed raw iron ore into the steel that built America's skyscrapers, bridges, and battleships. At its peak, the legendary Homestead Steel Works, of which Carrie Furnace was a crucial part, employed over 15,000 workers and produced more steel than any other place on Earth. But as the steel industry declined, so did Carrie Furnace. It was shut down in 1982, and what remains today are towering blast furnaces surrounded by rust, weeds, and silence. The sheer size of the structure is overwhelming, with massive machinery left frozen in time. It's one of those places where history feels almost tangible, making it a must-see for anyone interested in the industrial past. What makes Carrie Furnace even more fascinating is how it's been reclaimed in unexpected ways. Over the years, graffiti artists and creatives have transformed parts of the site into an open-air gallery. Murals and installations bring a lively contrast to the decaying metal, blending art with history. Occasional guided tours make the site accessible for history buffs, offering a glimpse into the furnace's heyday while safely navigating its weathered structures. Carrie Furnace is a powerful symbol of a bygone era, but nothing can prepare you for what's coming next. An abandoned mansion with ties to one of the most tragic events in history. Number 1. Lynwood Hall. Finally, at number 1, we have Lynwood Hall, a mansion once hailed as one of the grandest homes in America. Built in the early 1900s by the Widener family, one of the wealthiest families of the Gilded Age, it was a masterpiece of luxury. The art gallery alone once held more masterpieces than most museums. Estimates say it would take $300 million to restore it today. But behind the grandeur lies a tragic connection. Members of the Widener family were aboard the Titanic when it met its devastating end. The loss sent shockwaves through the family and marked the beginning of the mansion's decline. Today, Lynwood Hall is a haunting shadow of its former self. The once manicured grounds are overgrown, and the interiors, once filled with priceless treasures, are now crumbling and peeling. The vast empty halls carry an eerie silence, and the scale of the decay is almost unimaginable. What makes Lynwood Hall stand out isn't just its haunting appearance, but the stark contrast between its past and present. It was a symbol of unimaginable wealth and power, yet now it stands abandoned, almost forgotten. It's like a ghost story written in bricks and mortar, a chilling reminder that even the grandest legacies can fade away. That wraps up our countdown of the incredible abandoned places in Pennsylvania. Which one left you speechless? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to check out our playlists on Pennsylvania hidden gems and forgotten towns for even more incredible discoveries.